overall, Syria in its first 6 months has been relatively successful. Many people expected there to be a lot of potential security issues, dysfunction politically, as well as challenges from the outside due to the background of those who took over the country. But 6 months later, we see that while there's a ton of challenges ahead, it's definitely one of the better case scenarios that anybody could have envisioned 6 months ago. In these first 6 months, three key successes that we've seen from the government. First, Syrian society has not fallen back into a civil war. This was definitely a possibility considering the fact that the country has been in 14 years of civil war. There are many different factions. The country has many different religious and ethnic groups, as well as outside actors trying to instigate things. We've seen historically also that many countries that have been in civil war have lapsed back into it. We don't have to go too far in cases like Libya or Sudan more recently. Of course, things can change in the future. The way things have relatively stabilized is definitely good. Syria begins to normalize with the world and the United States. The second success that I'd say the Syrian government has accomplished over the past half year has been the ability to have a huge diplomatic campaign, not only to first normalize itself with many skeptical Arab states in the region, to then parlaying that into getting closer relations with many European states, and then most recently with the shocking announcement by President Trump that the U.S. would stop all sanctions on Syria. Without this, while Syria no doubt would continue to trudge along, there would have been challenges economically, as well as the fact that many parts of the country are in poverty. And so this, in the next half year, really changes the game in terms of how things might play out. Finally, the third, success in many ways, the new Syrian government has successfully dealt with a number of security challenges. There has been violence, and nothing's perfect, but in terms of making sure that we haven't seen a large-scale resurgence of the Islamic State, they've also dealt relatively well with former regime members who have been attempting to start an insurgency, but have failed thus far. We've also seen them stopping a lot of smuggling attempts, both related to drugs, Captagon in particular. Finally, they've been interdicting a lot of weapons that the Iranians have been trying to move through the country to get into Lebanon to help out Hezbollah. And so going forward in many respects, this has given more confidence in a number of countries regionally, but also internationally, including in the United States, to the potential capabilities of the new authorities in Damascus, but also potentially working with them. A country like the United States likely has more information and intelligence than the government in Damascus.